Good morning. I'm the Moon Mama, and today is Saturday, and Saturday is a day governed by Saturn. And Saturn is currently over in Capricorn. Capricorn governs our structures, our skeleton, our government, our time. Capricorn governs the things that really build us out into who we are. Like I said, our structures. And the moon is still currently in Aquarius, and we are moving into a new moon in Pisces tomorrow morning. And so so we're in the dark of the moon, which is like the balsamic phase. And so this is a time, if you would equate it to a woman's body, this is a time when a woman can get pregnant. This is the dark time, the time right before the new moon, in the menstrual cycle, right, in the monthly cycle. So this is the time when we are most receptive, when we are most influenced, when we are most porous to new ideas and new things and new ways of being. And so this is a very vital time in the cosmic experience. And we have this once a month, right? And so if you think about what you're listening to right now, if you think about, what's going on in your life, know that what's going on in your life right now is going to stick because we are in the dark of the moon. And so I encourage you to do things that are uplifting and upleveling. One of the things that I have to say, this is a little bit of a vent. I'm so irritated by the Western European culture and the world that we live in because it has us so misaligned from who we are and what it even takes to have happiness and peace and joy. Like we are so out of alignment. And, to have had, for me, like I grew up where when I was young watching TV, there were very few black women on TV. There were very few, everything was about white women. And so that was the ideal. And now that I have learned and I get it, white women are not the ideal. They are not the ideal. We should never, ever, ever follow them. Ever, ever. We should not follow Western European ways. Those ways of being are leading us to our deep despair, unhappiness, and demise. I am telling you, it is very important that we do not, this sort of, thing that was created in, the Queen in Britain and the princesses and the, waiting for your knight in shining armor, all of that is against indigenous people. Indigenous people and black people and brown people, we are community people. We are sharing people. You have to understand that Europeans were, they're genetically in Europe, and so it's cold there, and so you had to fight and compete and strive, and that's in their DNA. It's just their makeup. But when you come from a place where there's, plenty and sun and where you're not having to, scrounge to have your needs met, it's a very different thing. And so one of the things that's really important for us is to really start following our natural ways, come home to ourselves, begin to learn who we are. And so in this time with the new moon, this is the time, indigenous cultures know that this is the time when the moon is dark. And indigenous cultures know that this is the time when the moon is dark, and that this is a time to, be still and be mindful of your psyche and what you're taking in. And this is a time to really be more contemplative and prayerful and connecting to the earth, right? Not less, but in this Western culture, we really, it's like get and bickering and, look at what's going on in the world right now. In the window of all of this incredible, beautiful energy that's transforming, right? And so it keeps us confused. It keeps us out of sync with ourselves. And so I encourage you all, especially women of color, to begin to align yourself in a new way. because we are suffering. We are depressed and sad. You see, they are too, right? But we are depressed and sad because we're waiting on some knight in shining armor. We're putting ourselves on hold, and that is not the way. The feminine is the most powerful energy on the planet. And to say that, a woman needs to be chosen and she's waiting for her man, that is against the natural order of things. I'm telling you, women are the creators. We are the ones who are making everything happen. And to have us in this way that the Western Europeans think, and, that women are prized and women are to be held up. No, that is against our nature. We are goddesses and we have a lot of power and we need a lot of energy and we need to be creating and doing things and aligned with nature and just able to be free. That is who we are. That is who we are. And so I encourage you today, as we are moving into this Pisces new moon, and the moon is in Aquarius today, to really think about what you really, really, really like. Like, what really makes you who you are? What do you care about? And have it be something that's not about children and not about a man. Like, what do you want to travel the world? Do you want to build a school? Do you want to, open up a dance studio? Do you want to heal children? Like, what do you really want to do that has nothing to do with this idea that you are a wife and a mother? Because you are far more than that. You might be that too. I know I am. I've been those things, and I am still those things. But I am so much more than that. I'm so much more than a caregiver for other people. And when you understand our energy and how it really works, like I like to say, this country was built by the energy, physical energy of Black women. We built it. We built this whole nation. So you can see what we're capable of. And what I see with, white women, they tend to be competitive against one another. They tend to be at odds with one another. But Black women, we are a circuitry of connected community, and we build together. That's what we do. We build together. We are sisters. We cannot survive without one another. We cannot afford to compete with one another. So I am encouraging you, at the edge of this new moon in Pisces, for you to make an intention to access your power, your spiritual power, to allow the goodness and the godness and the goddessness and the universal energy that is within you to be awakened, so that you can use your life to do what you really want to do and who you're really here to be, and not to succumb to some ideas of separation and otherness that were handed down to us by this system that is truly only about making money, and that is all. All right, I'm the Moon Mama. I'm about to go take a lover bath and get my energy together today. I have a new moon meditation that I'm going to be doing at 10 o'clock, and then I have clients, and then I have a birthday party tonight. So have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.